for protect breastfeeding. And if we have a situation which in fact is impinging on that, we have actually got to become concerned about the issue. We have to become concerned about the issue. The question is, if no one is dealing with those issues, then very often as organizations that are protecting a fundamental will have to enlarge its agenda in order to make sure that someone addresses these issues. And I think the first and most important thing is that we need to protect, promote, support breastfeeding, and that we need to go 6 to 24 months and beyond. And we have to start looking for all kinds of ways by which we move that forward. And I think that would be one of the first challenges for us in this. The second is that the whole question of empowerment and self-reliance for the women, for the family, for communities, for nations becomes extremely important, and that's a fundamental. So issues of family, and if empowerment and self-reliance in certain circumstances means the availability of ready, fine, But I think the bigger issue of empowerment, self-reliance, culture becomes very important, and I think we have to address that and do some very good work with regard to that. We already had our family food session, but I think we can enlarge and develop frameworks for this, particularly looking at empowerment and self-reliance. I think in a world where you can see this casino super capitalism operating, you can be totally destroyed if you don't have this element of empowerment and self-reliance. The third element, which our colleague from MSF also mentioned, we have to be serious at looking at what these complementary foods are, both from the point of view of adequacy and from the point of view of safety. And I think not enough work is also being done on that. Whether these are local things that are being done by governments or whether they are imported things, all of them across the board, our work on safety and our work on adequacy must be addressed much more seriously. So I think that's the third task that we have. The fourth is for those of us who've been working in this global market. We know that when you unleash a product and it is operated by systems that work on profits, there is a dynamic that operates. And that dynamic means that it gets very easily out of control. And we would be foolish as all the people who have not regulated the way the world has operated and the way the financial market has done, the way in which infant formula was before allowed to go, not to actually establish very clear codes, guidelines, legislative measures, and not allow that whole thing to be sidetracked into ways that actually become opportunities for them to commercialize these products and undermine the very fundamentals that we are doing. So I think the need, very, very strong need, and this is where again I think with MSF and other colleagues, they will share this concern because they know that here you have a good thing under certain circumstances, under certain uses, but it is going to be abused. The story is that it will be, the motivation will be, and unless we are concerned, we will find that we will get into a very deep situation. And the fifth, I think, again, a very fundamental, and this is the big picture, that if you move into these, the resource allocations in a country for different kinds of things very often get distorted. And I think some work has to be also done in that area, and maybe over 2 days we can make sure that kind of indicators and monitors that also look at this big picture and not allow the distortions with regard to money expenditures that could really go and help mothers and children in countries are not allocated for things that actually subsidize industry, subsidize wrong habits, undermine self-reliance, undermine power of families and communities. So with those 5 things, I think they are like an agenda for us for the next days. I wish you every success in addressing them, and I hope that we will come up with some clear frameworks for moving ahead. I think all of us who are interested in this, and I'm very happy that MSF is here, we can actually work together, and I think they will agree that all these issues need to be addressed in a constructive way. And we can do it. We've done it before. We've done it with the environmental movement on toxics, and I think we will do this with all the groups that are working for humanitarian work and for medical work in the world. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Michael, for continuing your commitment